Hi, this is Malavika Shaw. This is on holistic.net. Just wanted to take a few minutes because wanted to tell you about seeking guidance from the high self. A lot of the times when we are struggling in our minds, trying to make up our minds, seeking direction, and the mind is a little confused, not knowing which direction to go, or which is the right path at this time. And the way we have been trained, our minds tend to get into an argument. Sometimes it feels like this is the right way, there are lots of advantages there, and then the fears come up and it becomes not so easy, and then we think of another way. And very often I find with my clients that I work with that people will stay up nights not being able to sleep, with the mind going round and round in circles trying to come to a decision. There comes a point of time when the mind alone cannot guide us, and we really need to tune into our higher guidance. And as long as the mind is so active, it's really, really hard to do. So how do we find that higher guidance? How do we get in touch with that high self, that part of us which is infinitely wise, and let that guidance come through? There are two parts to it. One is that we really need to quieten the mind. And the second part is the body knows more than the mind does. So if we can figure out a way of getting the signals in the body, then very often we will be able to interpret that guidance much easier. So when the mind is going round and round, one of the things to do is to get into a place of deep meditation. Now, that's not easy when your mind is running around. So start off with a breath. Breath is the answer. So just sit in a place, find something to focus on, and that something is your breath. Just take a deep breath and release the breath. Take a deep breath, release the breath. Even so, the mind will tend to get into the place of worry, that argument, what has been going on. So at that point of time, in order to hook the mind, start recounting to yourself everything that you're grateful for, however little it may be. For that cup of coffee, for the fact that you have a running hot and cold water in your shower, or anything, big, small, your friends, your family, every little comfort that you may have, just recount it in your mind, because what happens is when we come to a place of gratitude and appreciation, our vibrations start to rise automatically. And as we are taking those deep breaths and we are thinking one by one, taking our time about relishing the things that we really appreciate, very slowly what tends to happen is that the mind starts to calm down, the body starts to get relaxed. And at that point of time, we're ready to meditate. That's when we ask the question. We talk to our high selves and we say, I am seeking guidance on this issue. I'm seeking clarity. And release that thought and close our eyes. And we go deep inside and just let that breath. Keep the focus on the breath, not trying too hard to answer it. Very soon, the real truth, the truth of that matter, the one that really serves us well, will slowly start to bubble up. The knowingness, the answer, whether this way or that way, yes or no, whichever that is, the truth for me will slowly start to swell up. And when it does, two things will happen. One is it will come with the knowing with such certainty that there will be no second guessing. There's no part of you is going to say, oh, but no. It will come with absolute certainty. The second thing will happen is that when that comes to you, your body will give you a signal. It'll feel very relaxed. It'll feel light. It'll feel like a weight has just been lifted off your shoulders. There is a sense of relief that comes when your decision, you move to the direction that you are supposed to go. It's like you just surrendered to that pull. That's how you know that you are getting guidance. Try it. it's worth trying. It takes a little while to get into the practice, but once or twice when you do it, then you know when you are getting those signals. That's all for today. I'm Malabika Shaw. My website is visionholistic.net. Thank you.